Okay, let's try this again. Tried earlier, but the speed was dropping out. But anyway, now that the claptrap is done, I did a few tweaks on him just to fix his wrists, but other than that, he's done. So on to a new project, and I have a few other ones I want to work on, but I think this one is the biggest one, and I really want to get some new materials on this thing. So let's do that. I have a folder. This one was a crazy long project for no other reason than I just wanted to do it. It was more complex than anything I'd done before. So scouring up the references, images, and getting the proportions right, and was a lot of eyeballing and guesswork. So I have like 800 iterations of this file. I think this is the one that I put together collections, because this was done well before 2.8 when the collection system was implemented. So I got everything into collections. I don't have everything ready to go, so to speak, because I do want to clean up a lot of geometry. I think I got all of the geometry cleaned up. I think, because I do have this group together. I had this mesh as like a 3D, or I should say there was depth to it, so I was able to cut out a lot of geometry there. Everything else is as low as it's going to be, because I do want this to kind of work in a real-time environment, so it doesn't take 8 days to render one frame, but we'll see. I believe everything is as low as it's going to get, or as low as I want it, without sacrificing the look of it. So what I need to do now is just really start organizing everything and making sure I got everything together. The whole struts. This is what I have here are basically a combination of the interior for season 7 and season 8. So as like this walkway is from, no, this is season's 8 walkway with the separate stairs. Gonna move this up, and this says whole struts season 8. I don't know what that means because I'll have to look at it, but there should be a there we are. I think this is what I want. Enable all the visibility for some reason. Let me turn off that. I need to get this visible. I don't know why it's Not letting me, since I imported this from another file. Let's select or enable this so I can do this, but I don't. Trim. Well, that's not what I want. I want the walkway and the stairs for I might have to go through and find all these. I didn't think it was this much of a mess. Thought I had it fairly. Oh, those are the light trim. I'll have to rename that, but I want there we go. Let me turn off just turn off everything else. There we go. That is, so that's where that's at. I'm gonna just do this just for now. Just so I know what's going on. I didn't think there was this much I had to redo. The whole struts I have. Let me turn off that. So this is actually going to be, this is season 7. And that's season 8. I'm going to actually take, since the only thing that's different is the handrails and the addition of these lights, I'll have to, because I want one iteration of these struts, these lights here on the top. It's the handrails that differ, but I combined them in that instance. Yeah, that's kind of a lot to go through. So I want to make sure everything's here first. So the whole strut's here. I am going to put season 7 on there. This camera, I want to take this camera out. Or actually, let me make a new new collection. Camera. Just to get that out of there. So that's everything with the handrails on that one. Everything with the handrails on that. Might want to figure out a way to combine it so I don't have two sets, but it doesn't really matter. Actually, those are combined. So let's keep that as that is. Clean up the namings. That needs to be, there we go. This is so the lower level doesn't change. Except I think he puts some couches on there in Season 8, which I don't have modeled. I can just import some furniture. Handrails. So those are good. All right. Cleanup is gonna be a pain. So let me rename these. I don't know why that's Season 7, but so handrails. Let's just call this lower level. Handrails, and that's the whole structure there. Door. Turn that off. And doors stay the same. Entry frame, there's a little difference with Season 8. That only changes with okay, that makes sense. I will combine, or no, I do have to have a separate one for 8. Yeah, I think I have these named pretty good, but because the rotors don't change. Rotor, television, walkway, and stairs. I kind of changed, took out some pieces. Let's do just stairs. There's no walkway on there. Floor center. There's no catwalk yet. I put that on the hull struts. Just want to make sure I'm not confusing myself. Yeah. I will have to break out some of that stuff. Consoles. Details for 7. Console main, and that's all the pipes, which I really want to redo some of these because it's a little kind of meh. Worry about that when we get to it. Seats, console, these are all Could be renamed a little bit, but console. For now, I'm going to put season 7, but souls. What we got here is, oh, that's just the ceiling. Let's turn you off, and this is going to be that shaft innards. Just call it that for now. Floor center light boxes, basically. But except that center part, that's, I believe, part of the actual floor, but I can rename that later. Just want to kind of give a general idea of where all of this stuff is at. Display, shaft, glass, lights. These are all kind of like light covers, which that might change because I'm going to find a different way to do the lights. So displays, glass, lights. And this is actually the lights, I believe. Yeah, lights. Center tube. Lights. Oh, that's easy enough. Walls. Yeah, I remember combining all of that. I had it all separated, but I'm gonna see if I can, at the very least, maybe make one UV set or possibly two by splitting it. A lot of these might just overlap because there's really no difference in those. I don't know. I'll figure out how I want to create textures because they're going to be big. So, and now, yeah, this is floor. Let's just actually call that 8. Handrails 8. Walkway and stairs 8. So we'll call this the floor. Stairs season 8. Yeah, why not? These are bookshelves, which I think I kind of want to redo. And we'll see, I might fill up some of these. Or maybe not. It's not like a huge detail. Yeah. And so there's that, and these are more lights. Season 8 editions. Door, and these mainly, and then these are different colors. That didn't change. Stairs only because there was additional staircase, and then the bookshelf lights. Okay. Kind of talking through some of this just to remember. I think the only difference was this bit here. Everything else stayed the same. Side consoles didn't change any. Though I might actually make those vents so I can put lights behind them. That would look cooler. That's just duplicated across. That's fine. And what do we got here? Trim catwalk. I think, was I creating a lower? I believe so. Let's pull up this. No, I already applied all that. Yeah, it's kind of the same. I'm just moving it out of the way here. Yeah, that's already, I don't need that. So I'm gonna actually delete this, because I really don't, or was I going about cleaning it up? I don't remember. Subsurf. I did have a subsurf on there. Let's turn that off. And I think that's the way I have the walls. Anyway, because, yeah, I don't have a, there's no need. It's too small of a detail. It doesn't need. Actually, the sharp edges might help it stand out more. And I was trying to really, where are you at? Really reduce the count, so I don't want subsurf. So let's just get rid of this. Get rid of that. I'm not deleting anything I don't want to. So collection. These armatures. I got doors, I've got those pistons. And I got the rotors, but I had something else on control on those. I can't remember. But anyway, we'll just continue. And these are bone shapes, I believe. And let's bring that back up. Yeah, bone shapes. That is clean all that up. I'm going to call it bone shapes for now. And the camera. So let's turn all that off. I know I think I cleaned a bunch of this up. Yeah, I was working on the UV placement of that, figuring out what kind of size I needed, and I don't know what size that image is. I'm sure it's 8. That's not 8K. Might be. Because for underneath here, I don't need super high level of detail, but if I kind of do and kind of don't. Because I want pretty much all of this to render well, so I might have to make all of it 8. Let's put a material on here. I don't think and I am sure there are that's the old one. Yeah, I'm gonna have to create I want a material for no. Let's do new material. No, I don't want to do that. Let's just undo. Yeah, I got a bunch of garbage in here. And none of it's going to work well. Am I in? Oh, good Lord, this is just lagging. Let me remove this material. Let me save this. New. All I want is UV grid. That's it. Remove that. And there isn't any reason that shouldn't be showing up. Do I not have a light? Oh my god. Let's get a light in here then. And let's do a Control T there, and let's open up Blender. 3.0, and I want to go into data files. Studio World. Where's it at? Forest works good. And good Lord, just I want the background to be transparent. It's for the render. Oh well, I'm not gonna mess with it. For some reason that's not showing up. It's the material I got on there. I'm just gonna call it UV grid. And I'm dropping frames. Well, maybe not too bad. Yeah, I don't know why that's being a pain in the butt. Well, we'll just do that for now and worry about that when I get to the UVs. I want to go back up to these struts here. Oy. I don't really like cramming all of that on there. I might take apart. I don't want to take apart these though either. I want. Well, is there separation between them? There is. Okay, so I might not have to have that in a circle. It's taking up too much room. I have all the undersides stacked because that's not going to be looked at. All these under panels here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out something. I should get like materials together, but it's gonna be tricky. I'll do a new one. UV and name it so I know. There we go. And now, oh, I know I only had that sitting at probably 4 or 2. Jesus. So let's make an 8K grid and save that. Yeah, I turned that pie menu add-on on. I don't know if I like it. Might get used to it. And all of these materials are from combining a bunch of objects. I just really want this to be remove all of those materials. UV grid, change this to 8K version. Well, that's working there. Okay, whatever. I think I did that pretty well. I think that should be enough fidelity for what I want. It's just such a large object that I'm trying to squeeze on as much as possible. There's still some room to play with the sizing of this. Can you actually reorient all of these? Come on, let's get to my feedback. Either way, I think that's a good place to start now that I got everything named and figuring out I don't need to see that. But the lighting's still there, so I'm going to save this, and I'm going to have to go through and kind of reorganize all of this stuff, because I did a quick and dirty organization initially. I remember just putting it into collections, because before it was on a bunch of different layers in the old version of Blender. So I want to get through and rename a lot of these things, reorganize them into better groups, so I don't have to click around finding things. But yeah, I think I had done most of the geometry cleanup that I wanted to do. Now it's just down to arranging the UVs, so we can get started on that tomorrow. Sorry, today was just a bunch of cleanup, but it had to be done, and that's what these streams are for, just making a record of the process as it is and not some kind of curated look how perfect it is kind of thing. It's a mess. So, and it's the way it works, and it's kind of good to see it. And it's easy to record, so I hit record and go. So anyway, we'll get back on this tomorrow, and thanks for joining. It looks like my speed is going in the tank for some reason, but anyway, until tomorrow, have a great day.